there's a distinction with we in my family inherited a set of legal documents, and the legal documents are binding. So in our particular case, there were three family members in the second generation, and there were 3 votes, and that's all the legal documents accounted for. So in my immediate family, there were 4 children. I say now 2. So the 4 of us got together to decide how the 1 vote would be made. There was another that had 4 children. The 4 of them decided how their 1 vote would be. And then there was another that had 2 children, and the 2 of them would decide how the 1/3 would vote. That's a legal structure. It still exists today, and there's no way around the legal structure unless we completely revamp, as we've done a little bit. However, then there's the practical side. We can always go through and make the legal documents function and do that, but then how do you work? And that's where governance documents can work. In my particular case, I said, forget this because it's divisive. So we are going to have we're going to have a board of directors we'll create a governance document. The board of directors will have votes, we'll take votes, we'll do this, we'll present it to management, whether we're participating in management as family members or just outside people. But and then everybody has 1 vote, and then it can get ratified on a legal basis. But from my point of view, it wasn't working because we were divisive, and it was always 1/3. And so until somebody crossed over and changed that dynamic, in my case, I gave up my vote and changed it by giving it to my cousin for a period of time, then it didn't matter anymore. So then we put in place a structure on top of the legal documents of how we want it to work, how the governance would work, how this body would interface as a board of directors with management. We eventually brought outside people onto the board, and now 4th generation, etc. So just because a legal document works one way, which you can ultimately change, but before you could really even change them, you have to have a working dynamic. And from my point of view, there's nothing like having individual people be empowered to be able to be a participant. And by getting empowered and being a participant, it is as simple as what you said. You put all the people at 30 or 40 years old, and you put the dollars in the middle and see if they all give money to each other. They do. But if you don't have the process to do it, they all hoard their money and they won't participate. So as simple as that is, in business, in a family dynamic that's got some friction, you put everybody in this situation with professional people that know what to do and how to guide you, and it works. And then you can keep the living document going. Okay. And I just think everybody has to have their own footing first and feel in a safe, good environment with full information and be heard. Then, frankly, the legal documents are irrelevant. From my family, we've never looked at a legal document. Everything's been a unanimous vote. And if it wasn't a unanimous vote, I would go back in when I was the chairman of our family, and we'd all go back through and re-vote until we all felt good, because why have a split vote? Everybody was in it together anyway, so if there was a split vote, then we should go through and really understand why, and then bring it back to the collective again. And it's hard work, very patient, and very accommodating, but it sets, for multi-generations, it'll set the benefit there.